My BF of 10 years left me, came back after 4 months saying that he loves me. Was in a 10-year-long relationship with my guy. Typical high school couple who grew up together and fought all odds, LDR, family, you name it. He made me feel loved and took care of me, and none of us ever felt the need to break up / take a break / stray in the past 10 years. Until February 2023. A little background on who was where in that timeline. 6 months back. I was pursuing my master's, last sem, he his PhD, 4th year, and we were living 2.5 hours away by car. We used to meet up once or twice a month to spend 2 to 3 days together, and the days spent were indeed magical. The kind of love where he remembers every tiny detail about you and caters to them. February 2023, we meet for 5 days. Have fights on really petty stuff, like running late for movies and other silly reasons. For the first time in 10 years, he wanted a break from me. Keep in mind this is my first relationship and his too. I agree, and both of us mutually consented that it was not a break to see other people but figure out a way to handle conflicts. We used to be very bad at conflict resolution, used to make out it through, if that makes sense. I get to know in March, when we met again, that he started seeing another girl 3 days after we went on the break. 3 dates, 2 kisses. All the while we were talking, yeah, we talked during the break, most nights I crying to him that I miss him, etc. A little background on the girl: they met in his lab 4 days before we met in Feb. She started texting him, subtly hinted that she liked him again, before we met in Feb, and he had blocked her off but texted her after we went on this break. Anyway, fast forward to March. I was devastated to know this because A, he kept it from me. Hid it from me. Lied to me straight for a month. B, I felt betrayed and cheated on, and C, he was my best friend. And I used to love him dearly. For this man, anything. I literally used to feel this way for him for 10 straight years. How could he do this to me? To us? I broke up with him then and there in March. Cut all ties. Moved states. My master's too came to an end. He texted occasionally that he misses me and all, but I never reciprocated. I was crushed. Fast forward, June 2023. I get a 45-page letter delivered to my doorstep. From him. Detailing everything about our relationship in 10 years. The letter came in 6 headers, each talking about a phase of our relationship. About how we fell apart. He took the blame where he brought up how our fights made him dissociate from us for the first time ever, and he was too stupid to not fight for us in spite of feeling a different way in difficult times. And how she felt like a breath of fresh air when we were having troubles. About how sorry he was and how he messed up. It spoke of his life without me. For the first time since he was 18, he had started dating the girl after we broke up in March. About things they did, long walks, picnics, etc., how he tried to make it work with her, March till June, but I was always on his mind. How they went on a trip, and going there he realized it feels wrong and he wanted to experience all those with me, and, wait for it, that he loves me. He mentions in the letter how he had always taken my love for granted and merely reciprocated / reflected the love I had given him for 10 years, but was not in love. After going on the trip with her, and after spending time without me, he had realized that he loves me. How love is not a feeling but a choice, and he would spend his entire life choosing me and us, giving me the love I deserve. This and a lot of other things comprised the gist of the 45-page letter. And there was a QR code in the last page. I scanned it. It was a 30 minutes video of me, us, and our pictures with songs that remind me of him and how he messed up. And the last slide read, if you are reading this, I'm at this hotel. He had flown down from his place to meet me, 3 hours by flight, had come to deliver the letter to my place and had asked the guard to give it to me. I myself had given him my address because he had asked for it a lot of times, saying he wanted to send me something. A lot of my stuff were at his place. I was spellbound. Didn't know what to feel. Went to the hotel he was staying at. He had decorated the entire place with fairy lights, our pictures, had got all the things I like, cake, chocolates etc., and he was standing there, crying and bawling his eyes out. I felt nothing. I was too broken to feel anything. The past 3 months, March to June, after the breakup had taken a huge toll on me. I was out of love. The only thing in my mind was, if only the old me was here to appreciate all of this, she would have loved it. I don't care. Seeing me in this state make him break down, and he was just on his knees crying. I made him sit on the bed. And we started talking. Talked all night, till sunrise. About life without E/O. How we have been. What was I up to? I had stopped believing in love after we broke up, so long-term relationship was not something I was looking for. Tried casual, but again not my cup of tea, because I cannot simply make out without feeling anything for the other person. He stayed back for 3 more days. I could feel my shield/wall gradually get lower, and I feeling like my former self with him. Because I do not believe in love and trusting someone with my heart. He said he understands and is asking for nothing but just to get to know him more because he loves me. Fast forward, we meet again in 3 weeks. Spent good 6 days together. Mostly talked all night, spent great time together. He would look into my eyes and play songs, and him being my weakness like for forever, I used to melt in his arms. We had met each other twice after that. Either one of us flew to the other person's state and stay in an Airbnb. I could never go to his apartment even though he asked me to, because mentally I cannot. That place used to be my home, and knowing another girl has spent nights with him there, I just couldn't get myself to go there. My mental state since then? My heart loves the time spent with him, loves what he does for me, loves taking care of him, loved being taken care of by him. My mind though? So conflicted. How do I trust this man with my heart again? Has he actually changed for the better, or would he leave me again when we have a fight? Do I give him another chance? Comment. He wants you back because whatever he had with the other woman didn't work. It looks like you're his backup. He lied to you about it, because he knew he was wrong, yet still pursued her, probably because he liked the attention. Is that someone you want to be with? Regardless of whether or not they apologize. That's for you to decide if his apology is enough for you. You were with him for a decade. If he didn't already love and respect you, then he's not going to. He didn't become a whole new person in 3 months while dating another woman. He just misses what was comfortable and easy. How do you really know he won't do it again? I mean, he dated you for 10 years, broke up with you to pursue this other girl, realized grass isn't greener, came crawling back. I mean, has he reflected at all why he chose someone else, any therapy, any time alone being single to figure out himself? Nope. What happens when the next girl comes along that he may think is better than you? What then? Good luck. 10 years is a long time, and he threw it away for a girl telling him she liked him. Obviously your dating experience after 3 months of heartbreak wasn't that great, you were not over him and still aren't. You need more time and distance to get over him. If you keep meeting him you won't ever get over him. Logically you should go, if after 10 years he hasn't proposed and decided that trying a new girl would be more fun than his love and commitment to you. I hate to say it, but he isn't much of a prize. You won't ever feel security in this relationship because you know, no matter how much time you commit to him, how many times you tell him you love him, how many times you sleep with him, he has the capability and the ability to throw you away if he's bored, if someone else catches his eye. I think you take however much time you need to figure out how you feel. He broke your heart and trust. The love you had was first love that evolved into lifelong love. You were committed and loyal. He faltered, he was dishonest, he treated your love like a disposable thing. He was selfish and young and capricious. Rebuilding trust is very challenging. Only you know if this is worth pursuing. It will never be what it was. You're more mature. Your eyes are open. His flaws are visible. That doesn't have to be the end, but again, only you can decide and only after you take the time to figure it out. Men always come back when they figure out they couldn't find better. A friend of mine had a very similar story. 25F, had been with the guy for 7 years and he suddenly broke up, only to come back 2 months later. He had someone in mind when he broke up. You were dropped and he got with someone else real quick. Are you sure things didn't overlap? Wonder if cheated? Put your ex-boyfriend on the back burner and think about you and what you need. If you start to heal, go on dates and meet other people. This could happen again the next time he meets someone else in the lab. Wanting to fix things in a relationship once you no longer have the person and experience loneliness, that's out of desperation, rather than an authentic place of care, empathy, love, desire. Fear-driven change won't last. It will only last until they aren't scared anymore. Be with someone who values what they have, you, while they have it. Next story 2. I think I'm in love with my best friend. I think I messed up. I don't even know if this is the right place for this type of question, but I really had no idea where else to go. Last year I met this girl while in college. We were co-workers but quickly became really good friends. In May we both graduated and, though I haven't seen her since, we talk and text every day. I genuinely consider her to be one of my best friends. Throughout our senior year we hung out after classes and after work a lot. We spent way more time together than most college friends do. We did everything together. We ate at least one meal a day together, worked together, walked to classes together, got drunk and high and sometimes both together. We had frequent movie nights where we would just hang out and watch movies and spend time together. I genuinely didn't have feelings for her throughout most of this time. On one of the last days of class, before we were set to move out, her and I went to the dining hall to get food. A lot of people had left campus already, so it was pretty dead. There were maybe 2 or 3 other tables that had people at them. We were eating our food and I made some wisest joke, as I usually do, and we both laughed. At that moment we looked into each other's eyes and stared for just a little bit too long. When I looked away I said we should probably get going, and we each walked our separate way home. At that very moment, I realized I had feelings for her. I decided not to pursue anything because we were both going to different parts of the country in less than a week. Since then we have FaceTimed most days, played games online together, and text about literally everything. I still have feelings for her. So my dilemma is this. Do I tell her and risk ruining our friendship? I don't think I could do long distance like that, so I'm not sure if this would really get me anywhere. Maybe it would get me closure, but I don't even know that it would. Likely the only thing I would get out of this is losing the friendship I still have. Or do I keep my mouth shut and just wait this out? I don't know if it will end with the amount of interaction I have with her. I don't want to lose her, so I don't want to just cut her off. Maybe I'm being dumb though. I don't know what to do, but that's why I came here.